Wisconsin remains the only state in the country where getting busted for your first OWI is not a crime. A Kenosha woman found out the hard way it's also a place where drunk drivers are getting behind the wheel just hours after being released by police. Fox 6's Ben Handelman with the push to change that.
We're going all the way back in the corner.
There are many things in life we take for granted.
All right. It's real stiff.
Jennifer Kilburn of Kenosha.
How's the cane been going?
Good.
Knows walking will never be one of them again. The runner and orthopedic nurse
A lot of progress.
Yeah.
has found herself on the other side of the table at an Aurora rehab facility.
She's been doing exceptional. Quite honestly, blowing past expectations at this point.
This is the hard one.
It has taken seemingly endless work to get to this point.
Now you're fighting against gravity.
After more than 3 months in a wheelchair, Kilburn is able to be up again. She says she's thankful to be alive.
So I don't remember anything. I don't want to remember.
August 9th, Kenosha police rushed to the scene of an accident.
I was on my way to work, and it was just another day.
Kilburn's vehicle slammed from the side.
On impact, it hit my left hip, and my left thigh bone went through the socket and pushed my internal organs up into my left chest cavity. My pelvis was shattered into I don't know how many pieces. They lost count after 20-some.
As she's rushed to a hospital,
All right, now, which car is yours? Mine is right here.
25-year-old Jesse Liddell of Kenosha is questioned by police.
And now, this just up my whole car because she thought she had the right of way.
Yeah.
I had the right of way.
Drunk and slurring his speech, Liddell claims he did nothing wrong.
I mean,
Now I'm gonna get charged with this just because she couldn't wait her turn.
Witnesses say Liddell ran a red light.
He's probably just saying that just because she's a female.
The biggest surprise,
Man, this is really bad. This is twice in one night.
it's not his first OWI arrest of the night.
so tell me, you were just released from an OWI in Pleasant Prairie? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
But my levels were barely even anything.
Okay.
2 hours earlier, Pleasant Prairie police officer Jeremiah Gates spots a vehicle going nearly double the speed limit.
Officer Gates, Pleasant Prairie Police Department.
Liddell fails his first field sobriety test.
Go ahead and have a seat in there for me. You definitely have had a little bit too much to drink to be driving, man.
Well, there's nothing we can work out. I don't really want this on my record.
You're lucky you didn't get hurt or hurt somebody else.
Just 30 minutes after being released by police in Pleasant Prairie,
I know I'm in a bad predicament. 2 in one night. That's ridiculous, man. I've never been this kind of citizen in my life.
Liddell is in the backseat of a Kenosha police squad.
When I was in the hospital telling them my story, they were surprised. They were like, what? You know, he was arrested 2 hours earlier for drunk driving. How did he get out?
Turns out, being picked up for drunk driving in Wisconsin does not mean a night in jail.
Once we gather all that evidence, we attempt to secure a safe ride home for them.
Oh, you'll have a chance to have someone come pick you up.
In Wisconsin, police departments allow sober friends and family to pick up first and second OWI suspects if they agree to sign a form taking over responsibility. That's what happened in July when police arrested 47-year-old Yangching Sopa for OWI in Verona. About an hour after being released to her husband, the same officer spotted her driving again. In September, police arrested 35-year-old Shannon McCann of Sun Prairie, hours after she was released to a responsible party following her first OWI arrest.
Hi there.
Liddell's mother picked him up.
Hi, Norm. I'm Ben Handelman from Channel 6.
In the fall, she told us she tried to hide his keys in a pair of pants.
He got sneaky, found where I had rolled up the pants, and took off on me again.
Law enforcement officials say while the cases represent anomalies, there may be more of them than we realize.
I guess we're not sure how many other times an impaired driver leaves with somebody, with a responsible individual, goes home, either gets dropped off at their car or goes and picks up their car or takes another car and continues their night. We're not sure of how many times that happens.
Now it's gonna look even worse on me.
After nearly losing her life to a drunk driver, Jennifer Kilburn never thought she'd be in this position.
No. No.
She's not just talking about her recovery.
I don't see why it couldn't be me going to Madison.
Her story has touched me. It truly has.
Kilburn's experience has attracted the attention of Republican State Representative Samantha Kirkman from Salem.
As a legislator, it frustrates me that I'm here even talking about this.
Kirkman is working on a bill that would not allow OWI suspects to be released until they're sober.
I'm going for the 12-hour hold.
The idea is getting support not just from Republicans and Democrats, but also law enforcement.
I think if that can stop this from happening again, I think it's common sense.
Hop. Did you just say hop in the hallway?
Kilburn, once bound to a wheelchair, has her sights set on one day being able to run again. She hopes her most powerful steps ahead.
I was driving perfectly fine. I know I'm going to jail.
Help prevent this from ever happening again.
Since I survived the crash that day, I feel like it's a good opportunity to make changes to try to protect other people so that they don't get hurt or killed.
With photojournalist Justin Du Bois, Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
In all of those cases that Fox 6 reviewed, those responsible parties who picked up their family members and promised to keep them off the roads were not charged or fined. And lawmakers say there is little teeth in the law. They say a mandatory hold would solve that issue and urge you to talk to your local representative to say you support those changes. Earlier this month, Jesse Liddell pled guilty to a felony charge of injury by intoxicated use of vehicle. His sentencing is set for next month.